Choosing your next game is a big deal, that's for sure. If you have not played Khazan and you're looking for that next best game, you want to watch this video. To be quite honest, I was thrown off by the anime style graphics, which was a huge mistake. I saw some content from somebody that I trust, and after that sparked a pretty big interest in the game, and wow. It was actually more Souls-like than most games I've played in quite a while. Very strong start, great mechanics. The game mechanics are absolutely phenomenal. I loved it. It was really, really good. Out of the several games I played this year, I would place this in the top 5, most definitely. If not in the top 3, I got a huge list and I want to share my experience. This is one of them games where you're going to have to play a really good game next in order to be satisfied. The struggle is real, people. You real gamers, you know what I'm talking about. Finding a good game is not always easy. I'm not going to review any game or give any suggestion unless I've played it, beaten it, really got a feel for the game. This was the opening cutscene as soon as you start the game. It plays that cutscene before you even get to a menu. So this game starts off with a very mysterious beginning, great story introduction. This is when you first start the game. You're basically a prisoner, and you were accused of treason by the Emperor. But previous to that, you're some type of like war hero, you're a great champion of your people. You're a general of the army, and you're very respected by your soldiers. And then it goes into this, so it's kind of like you've been set up or something sketchy's going on. You immediately get that feeling that you're going to have to investigate what happened to you, and of course you're very angry. So that's how the game starts out. So it gets you like focused on what happened. It's pretty cool the way they did it. And these soldiers that are escorting you, they were actually your soldiers. So you were the general. So I'm not going to show any more of the very beginning because I don't want to take the experience away from you. So through the gameplay, it's very good at instructing you, like tutorial wise, on how the mechanics work and everything. It does an excellent job. It's pretty clear. You're not left with any confusion or anything like that. I like that part of it, and it does it pretty quickly right in the beginning. So these brink guards here, it's more like a parrying system, and it depletes your enemy's stamina. You gotta have your timing right, and it's very fun. That's what I meant by the mechanics of the game are very good. They did an excellent job. It's fantastic. And not to mention the functionality. It's very responsive. Like when you hit the buttons on the controller, it's instant. And then you have like brink dodges also. Which this, like when you do a brink guard, it breaks their stamina down. So you can literally knock someone to their knees just by parrying them at the right time. And the villain selection is awesome too. And their movesets are pretty wicked, man. Very, very fun. And the background sound, let's not even get into that. It's so dramatic, it's great. With the right setup, it's like they got an orchestra playing behind you. He got himself stuck. And they have like exhaustion. So like if your stamina runs down, you get hit, you're in a lot of trouble. Like that. See how I was fatigued and slumped over? He throws rocks at you. It's awesome, man. I kind of felt like not disappointed, but I was disappointed in myself for not playing it sooner. It was that fun. I do have one criticism about it, but I'm not gonna say that first because there's so much positive that it's worth being highlighted before saying anything negatively about it. But overall, even with the negative, it is an excellent game. And let's not forget the loot in the chests. There's plenty of that in here. Weapons to pick up, armor, gems, rings. So in the beginning, you're basically starting from the bottom. You got to get armor, all this stuff. I mean, we're basically barefoot at this point with a helmet and a little skirt on, basically. But it's fun, man. And the Souls game is not complete without the backstab. You gotta have a backstab in a good Souls game. It's mandatory. And then, of course, the plunging attack is equally as important. But in this case, we call it the breakfall. And it's so satisfying, man. The introduction to new areas is awesome as well. And then, of course, you got to be able to pick up some souls. Lacrimal Tear.
Now you too will hear the memories of the dead.
And then you have the upgrades, stats, same as usual games. Let me show you here how it looks. So you got vitality, endurance, strength, willpower, and proficiency, which all serve a different purpose. Depending on your build will depend what you want to do, even though I would say that every one of these stats are equally as important. You'll see as you play. That was easy enough. So in this game with combat, timing is critical. You gotta be able to time the parries very appropriately. And you also got difficulty settings, which that can make a big difference too. They have beginner, normal, expert, and hardcore. In order to do hardcore, you gotta clear expert. I just got to hardcore, and it is much, much harder. It doesn't have gauges, there's a lot of differences. And once you're on hardcore, you can't switch out of it. On the other ones, you can change the difficulty while you're playing the game, but not during some missions. In other words, you can't be on a hard boss, I don't think, and then just switch to easy because you can't beat them. And just like in most Souls games, you can pick up your stuff if you get killed. So, your Lacrima, if you die, you have one chance to pick it up. If you don't get it, you lose it. Cutscenes in this game are absolutely amazing. Very rich in the story, and it stays pretty consistent and good. This poor guy. Oh my god. Wow. And yeah, we gotta fight this guy. The boss fights are awesome in this game. Very fun. And the flow of it, like, you just gotta play it to understand, but the flow of the fighting's pretty good. I really like how they put it together. This is more like beginning game. Like, as you get further, you build that skill tree and you have several different attacks. More aggressive ones, quicker ones, unique ones. It just goes on. And that's just not for you, the player. That's for the villains as well, and the bosses. They got all kinds of moves up their sleeves, which make it exciting, make it fun. Odin would be proud. The bosses are hard, so it makes it challenging, which makes it frustrating. But when you do get that win, it's very satisfying. It's a very satisfying game. Oh, shit. Man, this game is stupid, man. Oh, man, this game's so awesome. Man, I didn't have enough. This time, though, you're going down, buddy. All right. Woo. So after all this excitement, then you're back to awesome story stuff. It just the way it mixes in. The NPCs in it are pretty unique, creative thought behind it. You can tell they put a lot into this game. And the graphics, even though they're not realistic, it's so detailed and realistic. It's awesome. It was really smart what they did. All right, now from besides the upgrade stats, then you have a skill tree, and that's what this is. It's called skills, and then there's a tree where you can add skills to your weapons. You got the great sword, which you get from a trial run, and then there's the dual sword, the dual wield, and that's what you start with. And then there's a spear that you also pick up from the trials. So on the dual wield, you have all these different things to choose from. So you got the penetrate, guard, then we have frenzy, potent blow, swift attack. It's going to depend on your play style. If you're in anything other than hardcore, you can take the points back. So it's not like you spend them and then they're stuck. You can like tamper around with it and put them back and forth, which is great. But in hardcore, I don't believe you can do that. Now in here is also where you're going to pick up like different types of attacks. And they're pretty self-explanatory. You just read it and it will tell you what it does. But it makes you significantly stronger. This is a must. And as you see, it plays a video to show you what each thing looks like and what it does. So I would just play with it and figure out what works best for you. It is a slow process because you got to gain the material to do the skill point. So you not only fight big apes, there's humans, there's spirits. You can gain the ability to bring somebody into your fight. So you just go to one of these things and you summon them. You have to gain their help. You have to beat them, and that's what this is. We're going to fight this guy, and he's going to give us his ability. And there's several in the game that you can fight and gain the ability to use them. And each one provides like a different stat boost as well. Like this Keshta guy, he actually gives you, I think he's the best one. And he's actually the first one, which is very convenient. And he gives you a perk for stamina, which helps you a ton. And once you defeat them, they give you great loot. And they submit to you.
I, Keshta the Unyielding, shall lend you my strength.
Every region you go to is uniquely different with different kinds of enemies. Just like any good game, you gotta figure some stuff out. Nothing's complete unless you got a large elevator. And random NPCs. And enemies. And more enemies. And secret passages. And out of this world mechanisms. Now, just like most games, when you go to a checkpoint, people respawn. In this, the heavy hitters, like the elite enemy defeated, they do not come back once you kill them. And some do come back that are just as heavy on the hitting.
Souls meant for the netherworld are disappearing. What's going on in Embers is just a small part of a bigger problem. We need to
So
find
this
out
place
what's
is called
causing
the
it
Crevice,
and
and
stop
here is like your hub. And here's an upgrade with her. So this place, you don't start out having it immediately. You kind of got to earn it. It doesn't take long, but you'll be here after a little bit of play. Alright, so this is the crevice here, and this is like the home base. So you got your save point right there, and these things as you get further will start to open up so you can get to different worlds or different areas. And a bunch of stuff will open up here. You got down here, you got this lady, some NPCs will come. Here's an anvil, so I'm sure you can guess who will unlock soon to be right here, which is a critical part of the game. And you got a little storage box. And then you got this. So this will give you an idea of what we're doing. So this is like, so you go through and you'll be able to pick where you want to go. There's side missions, main quest, the usual. So like how this stone is there, when these paths open up, there's going to be more of these, but in different places in here. Alright, that's about it. I don't want to spoil anything, so that's as far as I'm going to go about what to expect here. One other thing that I do want to show you is this. See how it's different? So these are like normal people here. So you can go back and forth through that. Pretty cool, man. I think if you like the Souls genre, you'll love the game.
You must undergo the trials of the Snow Mountain. You must be careful.
Everything I showed you so far was like beginning game. Weapons get crazier, tiers get crazier, attacks, everything. Probably not for everybody, but for those that like to go deep in the dark depths, as I do, this game's pretty good. But once you do, there's no turning back. It's all in.
There is no way out. This we declare. Declare.